Hi, and welcome to the East Dallas Real Estate Market Update, courtesy of me, Alan Smith. If you're thinking about buying or selling residential real estate, it's important that you understand the current market trends. According to NetRis, that's NTREIS, that's our local MLS, the marketplace for East Dallas residential properties in June of 2023 versus the same period last year, the number of sold listings decreased by 25.2% to 142 units, with the top sale of $2,489,000 at 6439 Kenwood Avenue. The average sales price increased by 5.5% to $844,698, moving the average price per square foot unchanged. So the sale price per square foot is $349 per square foot, and that's what it was a year ago. So what we're beginning to see is that the prices, while there's still some increases, some months it's slightly down, some months it's a little up, it does seem to be stabilizing. You may have heard that nationally sales prices are down. I think even statewide they're down, but you have to look at what's going on in your local market because that varies from what may be happening nationally. The inventory of properties available for sale measured in months supply increased by 27.7% to 2.3 months worth of properties for sale. Yet that's still very, very low, critically low. Mortgage rates also increased, with the 30-year fixed rate average near 6.71%, according to mortgage rate source Freddie Mac. So in the coming months, it's important that you understand how this is affecting the market. You know, I always like to go to Sam Cater. He is the chief economist at Freddie Mac, and he was recently quoted as saying mortgage rates have hovered in the 6 to 7% range for over 6 months, and despite affordability headwinds, home buyers have adjusted and driven new home sales to its highest level in more than a year. And new home sales have rebounded more robustly than the resale market due to a marginally greater supply of new construction. So what we've seen in past tight markets, inventory markets, the builders have stepped in and help build us out of that inventory shortage. And they've been trying to do that now for several years and maybe making some headways in that. But for a lot of neighborhoods, especially here in East Dallas, where there's not a lot of new construction, then that's not really helping us build out of that inventory shortage. The number of pending and sold listings, we've discussed this before, they peaked last June and they continue their year-over-year declines. Inventory levels have increased, we've discussed this, have been increased from their monthly lows of last year, but remain critically low, which is helping to sustain this competitive buying market. And while it's a competitive market, that leads into my next stat. The list to sold price ratio continues to decline from the spring highs of a year ago. Remember, the list to sold ratio, that would be like if a home is listed at $100,000 and it's sold at $105,000, the list to sold ratio would be 105%. A year ago, we were seeing 105, 108, 110, as high as 120%. If you look at the stats this month compared to last year, we're in the upper 90% range. So while the market is still competitive, we're not seeing all those multiple offers, and therefore the list to sold price ratio is below 100%. I've mentioned it's an unusual market. I'm going to say it's a hard market for buyers right now. Resale home sales are down because of the increase in interest rates and the lack of inventory. We've discussed, and I'll repeat here, that the interest rate increases have definitely affected the market under $500,000, which makes sense. That's the entry level or first time buyer market here. So if you're thinking about buying or selling residential real estate now or in the near future, it's important, more so than ever, you've got to seek the guidance and advice of an expert local realtor. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in the next real estate market update, and hope you stay cool out there on these hot summer days. Take care.